Alright, just went live, and we'll see. Yep, I got the chat window here. So the only thing that I would not be able to see
Carnage
is,
Arena grinding for milestones.
yep, I don't see, let me see something. What is this? Switch the scene real quick here, because I'm not seeing, nope, that's not it. Oh, I know what happened. That's right, I did turn that off, didn't I? Alright, let's go back there. And let's go back to the editor and the event list. Let's turn that back on. There we go. Event list should have popped up. Alright, and it does say I am live. Alright, so you can see the event list, right?
Mm, it's showing me featured champion, fight, alliance, crystals champion,
All
event
the way to the
inventory.
right. You should see Amino 89,
Oh yeah.
Phantom Black, yep, and Uncle Wally. Alright. Okay, now it is time to let a few people know that I am live. As soon as I can find this here, let them know why. Okay, there it is. Okay, and let me send it to a few groups here. Let's see. I think that's the link. Actually, I need to stop using the gaming link. Alright.
Jose Chavez says, "Hurry up."
Jose, first one in. How are you doing? Can you hear my sister just fine? We're just getting things set up again, and I'm letting a few people know in my line groups that I am live. Alright, and let's see. There's that one, and one more group. Alright, I think I hit my main groups. Okay. Alright, let's get started.
Super Vega Man says he doesn't know why YouTube doesn't notify people when live streams are on.
Yeah, that's why I'm sending out the links instead, because I know a lot of folks, and myself included, we don't get the notifications all the time. Sometimes we do, but a lot of times we don't. So I get a lot of folks telling me they didn't even know I was live. So
Until you make yourself a nice schedule.
that is true. But right now it's around whenever my champions are
Yeah.
available. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys where I'm at in the arena right now. And you'll see where I'm at in the 4-star basic. As you can see, I am done with that arena. This arena here is where we're going to be spending our time today. That's the 4-star featured. I'm not going for him. I already have him awakened. But I'm going to try and get all the milestones that I can in that arena. And the 5-star featured, as you can see here, I am done in that arena as well. So all I'm going to be doing now is hopping into the 4-star featured arena, and we're just going to see how far I can get in that arena before it's over. Should be able to get all of the milestones unless I get just too bored and decide to stop or take too long of a break. That's what happened last time. I didn't get all the milestones because I just got really tired. I had already done the other arenas. This was the last one. And I just said, you know what, let me take a break. I fell asleep, didn't get my champions off cooldown in time. And then I just ran out of time. And I barely made a 3.5.
Super Vega Man wants to know on average how many units do you get a month?
Ooh, I don't know. It's really hard. I've never actually kept track of it. But you can see what my units are at, well, not right this moment. And I did spend almost all of them on that offer. But I'm back over 1,000 now. And I think I had gone down to 400 and something. I don't remember. I'd have to look back at the video.
David C says, yo!
Hey, what's up, man? Just trying to grind these milestones out here. Ooh. Looked up for a second. Got hit.
Serves you right.
It sure
Everybody knows
does.
you don't listen to a fight.
You're right about that. Always pay attention.
David C say chillin', bro.
Cool. Oh, what in the world? You know what? Okay. You see this, guys? You see where his health is? I thought he was dead.
Oh!
This is a bug. It happens way too often for it not to be a bug. The attack that should have killed him reduced him to 1% instead. It acts like he has safeguard. And this happens not just to that champion, but to every champion. And I've actually died that way. You know, I'm like, okay, I see how much health they have left, and so I'll fire off my special, and that's when I'll, you know, look away or look up and, you know, maybe try to do something else, and it reduced them to 1% instead. And then they wreck me. I really hope Kabam fixes that.
Why would they fix that bug? It's helping them.
I don't know
Don't
if
be
it's
naive.
actually helping them. Probably have a lot more support tickets because of it. 'Cause that is a really annoying bug. Yeah, Super Vega Man, it does send the notifications afterwards a lot of the times. David C says, I wish Kabam would fix a lot. You and me
Yeah.
both. Okay, so I just got hit with her heavy, even though I evaded, but that's alright. So can everybody hear the game sound just fine? And hear my sister also? Just let me know.
It's more important to hear me, of course.
Yeah, make sure you can't hear my sister.
And that's why the thing goes down 1% and starts beating you up.
See, as I'm beating down Quake here, I'm imagining that it's you.
Please. Whatever.
Just watch them feet. Yep. Boot to the head. Alright, David C. So game sound good. You can hear my sister just fine. It's really all I can ask for.
If I recall, that was my childhood. You always beat me up.
I never touched you. I was innocent.
Oh! Ooh, what a lie!
Only love taps. I mean, you weren't a brother, but, you know, I did the best I could. Made sure you were nice and tough.
David C says sounds weird when you don't call him Marine.
That's okay. I often forget. I am horrible with names, and it is a very good thing for me to remember anybody's name.
He can't even remember my name. And he's known me since before I was born.
Alright, hold on. Let me turn on the Do Not Disturb. Okay.
Ooh, let's read all of Shadow's line messages.
Okay, hold on. Let me reply to him real quick. I'm not sure who that is, by the way. It's not on my friends list. But I'm about to invite him to the stream.
Our older sister still, well, my older sister, his younger older sister, still can't
Still can't?
spell my name.
Oh, well,
Talking about people who are bad with names.
yeah.
And Dean D says, are you experiencing the champ recharge issue? I think it coincides with the Alliance help events.
Describe the issue, and then I'll let you know.
And Super Vega Man says AQ rewards are in, by the way.
Ooh. Do you want me to show where we placed and everything? I can go look in a minute. Man, I remember when I had so much trouble fighting Doctor Strange. I still can't evade his L2 reliably. I just do this. Block that first part and evade the second.
Super
About the
Vega Man
best I
says
can
give
do.
me a minute.
Alright, I won't go and expose us just yet.
Okay, Dean says the issue he saw was this. Complete a fight in arena, and then ask Alliance to help you recharge your champs. You then come back to an arena an hour later and find you have to ask for help again.
Yes, I have had that happen several times, in fact, and it's been a while. Um, it happened earlier today, and it also happened. I think it's happened at least once in all of the past like 3 arenas or so. And I wasn't sure if it was an issue or whether it was just, time for it to come up. I wasn't sure because I wasn't keeping track. Because I don't usually, once I go through all of my champions and I hit help as I'm going, I usually don't come back to it until, unless I'm going for, something really, really big, I'm not going to go back for like at least 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. And that's only if I want to use my 4 stars.
Super Vega Man says 131.
Okay, well, not too bad. I know we want to be in that top 100 though, but we'll get it.
Yeah, the Integral thinks you have a sexy voice, Kendall.
Are you sure the Integral was talking about me?
He might have been.
Oh, okay. The Integral says both of you. Well, thank you. Dean D says, thanks to you both. I'll do better keeping track of this issue. Alright. But yeah, you're not alone in that. Gotta pay a little bit of attention to this Thor Ragnarok. You don't, and you will very soon find yourself eating a special 3 from him. There we go. So what is everybody doing? Is everybody in arena while they're watching me do arena? Or are y'all doing something else? Come on, Domino. Don't play like that. Oh no. There we go. I would not mind awakening this Iron Man. It just gives a little bit more safety. I might actually be able to use him while I'm building up the streak on some of the harder matches. I might be able to survive an L3 and then heal up from it and be able to take the fight. D&D says 5 stars are on recharge, so I'm doing some occult labs. Yeah, I have some occult labs to do as well. I'm not doing them on the stream because they are very frustrating. And I might act out my character if it really starts acting up. I have 4 rerolls currently, so I like to wait and just buy the other ones, and if I don't need them, then I just save them for the next time, because I know eventually I will need them. Excuse me. I tell you, Quake is easy to fight, but she can be so annoying. She charges up that heavy and you get even one stack on you. It seems like it has a 90% chance to give you an aftershock. I hate it. And don't think I didn't see what you said, Miss Stiletto Green.
You do sound like male Kendall Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy voice.
I don't know nothing about all that. Oh, here we go. Gotta pay a little more attention to this one too.
Indigo says save your specials for that. You won't be stunned if you use specials.
Yeah, that's what I do. It's very rare that I don't have a special, but I'll tell you one time that I got wrecked. Here's what happened. So I held my special, right? And I waited, and just as it was about to expire on me, and I just knew that it was gonna stun me, I said, all right, let me fire my special off. Problem is, she turtled. Just started blocking in the corner. And so I had to fire off the special anyway, right into her block. So I didn't get hit with that, but then she followed up and beat me to a pulp.
I mean, oh. Dean D says for AWD, where would you put Quake? Every 6 hits puts a stun.
Honestly, I don't think she's a great defender. She can be annoying, but she's not a great defender. But if you're placing her for diversity, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where I would place Quake. If people don't know how to play her, fight against her, you might put her on an unblockable special 1. Because if they can't evade her special 1, they can easily get wrecked real fast. Another place that she might annoy some people is on the Bane node. But the problem with placing her on these nodes is that there's usually much better champions to place on those nodes. Oops, I didn't count.
Integral says she is a good defender, in his opinion, even at the highest level. People keep dying to her.
Really? Only time I died to her is the time that I mentioned to you. And that was when she just decided to go ultra defensive on me right when I needed to fire off my special. What node do you put her on, Integral?
Dismay or Immune mini boss?
Yeah, that could be annoying, but to be fair, that's annoying no matter who goes on that node, because I don't fight Immune as well as I would like. I'm much better at it now, though.
Integral says ours is R5, though.
Oh, see, that makes a difference. That makes a huge difference. That's a beefed up, stacked up Quake.
And Dean D says he's in tier 12 of AW, and our alliance doesn't have much roster diversity. Lots of Quakes and Agent Venom. He has no idea where to place her.
Just experiment then. At that tier, she'll probably mess some people up. So just experiment. Try the ones that I mentioned. Bane, if you have Bane, because I know the nodes are different, and it's been a while since I've played at that tier.
Hello, Super Dealer.
Hello. I don't remember seeing that name. Is this your first time to the stream? You guys see what happened there? I hate that. Because I'll try to evade, and that's exactly when he'll fire off his special.
Torok01 says, who should I R5? Dupe Blade, unduped Cap, 1 IW, or save up another T5B and R2 a 6-star Domino?
Give me a second.
Bye, Jose.
Catch you later, Jose.
Thank you for being a sub, Super.
Alright, y'all see this? Well, you will. Just look at where his health is after my final attack here. Or almost final. Okay. Alright, duped Blade, unduped Capped Infinity War, or save up another T5B and R2 a 6-star Domino. Alright, so I am not a fan of ranking up 6 stars just yet. I know they are the future, but currently we don't get resources that quickly, and to do that you're gonna have to give up an extra T5B, I believe. So the resources, I just can't justify that unless it's a really, really special champion. Corvus, for example, doesn't need to be awakened, so as a rank 2 he wouldn't be too bad, but I would still hesitate to rank 2 him. But he benefits greatly from the extra rank. The more damage that you can get, the better with him. Blade is going to help you out in the majority of cases. He has a lot of utility, so he is definitely rank 5 worthy, and you already have him awakened. There's a reason that if you go through most of the top players, they rank 5 their Blade, and later they're ranking 5 their Corvus as well, but Blade is still a good option. If I had a Blade, I would be very tempted to rank 5 him. The only reason that I might not is because I already have 2 damage dealers. I have Corvus, and I have my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced at rank 5. So they're both damage dealers. Blade has a lot of utility, but in the end he's a damage dealer. And he's great at rank 4. But if I got him or Void, if I got Void, I'm taking Void up over a Blade if I got him. But Blade is definitely still a very strong option. So really depends on where your roster is and, you know, who else you have at your the top of your roster.
The Alice Hall wants to know where's the charisma.
What's the charisma?
Maybe you just don't have any personality.
Oh, I absolutely don't.
Sniper Boss says, hey. Hey, Sniper Boss.
Hey, Sniper. I was gonna say, I remember the charisma stat in D&D.
Blade is well worth R5. Definitely wait on 6 stars. Now's not the time for them, says Pyramid Head.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
Now, Theos says no max on 4-star Corvus. He thinks Corvus is worth max and duplicate.
A 4-star Corvus?
His question was, so no max on 4-star Corvus? Question.
Oh.
And then he followed it up with, I think Corvus is worth max and duplicate.
Yeah, he's still useful. Obviously, if you have the 5-star, he becomes much less useful. The thing with Corvus is that he has to be able to kill his opponents in about 20 hits. If he cannot kill his opponents in 20 hits, it's not a good look for him. So you want a lot of damage for Corvus. So a 4-star, 550, and I have a 550 Corvus, he's just not going to be able to do that when you're going up against these really beefy opponents. So he's going to have limited usefulness. It's not the same as, you know, if you have your, you know, your 4-star Scarlet Witch or Archangel. You take a 4-star Archangel, for example, awakened at 550, and he's going to do better than some 5-stars. So he is definitely worth it. Corvus, I'm not so sure.
Pyramid Head says that Blade will help you do League if need be, and is great for Quests of War and Quests in War.
Oh, absolutely. Blade has a lot of utility.
He also recommends Void as well. He's waiting on him.
Void is up there with Blade as my most wanted.
He has an Awakening Gem waiting as well as resources.
Me too. I've got a 5-star Science Awakening Gem that's going to nobody but Void. I've got about 100, I think about 180 Sig Stones to sink into him.
Torek says, thanks for the rank up info. He was leaning toward Blade, but opening the 6-star Domino threw him a curveball.
Yeah, that 6-star Domino, you don't even need to rank her. She doesn't need to be awakened, and she's already a good Labyrinth option. Just level her up, and you now have someone that can do Labyrinth of Legends.
And Dean says, for Void to be super effective, doesn't Void need Inequity and Resonant Masteries max?
No, but they do help. They help a lot.
And also, doesn't Blade require the Trinity to be most effective, or at least Stark Spidey?
No. There's a reason that the Trinity, that, you know, the other things that you're mentioning, they do take them to another level. So I guess if you want to say to get the absolute most out of them, then yes. But they are still super effective without it. Blade without the Trinity is still a beast. Stark Spidey with Blade obviously is awesome. It makes both of them better. And that's another reason that I'd be very torn. Starkey is already, my rank 5, and I already bring him to Alliance War, and I've got Corvus. So if I got Blade, that synergizes very, very well. But I don't know. Just depends on who I get first, I guess. But Blade, even at rank 4, I'll still take Blade to Alliance War, depending on the path that I have. We haven't assigned paths yet, so I'm not sure what path I will be taking once the season starts. And as for Void, one of the things that I tell people is that for Void to really do what he needs to do, which is that reverse healing, and he also does some reverse power gain as well. If he's awakened, that's really all you need. He's going to be able to reverse the healing. But if he's not awakened, you absolutely want to max out Despair and possibly get the Inequity maxed out as well. Because if he's not awakened, he is not going to be able to reverse the healing the way you need. Maybe not at all. Because I know Petrify reduces healing by 50%. And without Fear of the Void, you're only going to have a max of 2 stacks of that. So you can shut down the healing, but in order to reverse it, you need to go more. And that's why Despair kicks in, and Inequity, they give you that extra. But if he's awakened, he can get Fear of the Void, which wraps them all up, and then you can put on another 2 Petrifies and reverse the healing a lot. But even not awakened, he can still be effective. And if he is awakened, even without Despair and Inequity, he is still a beast. What are you talking about, Sniper Boss?
Your sound's been doing something weird.
Is anybody having problems with my sound? Am I cutting in and out? Is the stream getting laggy? Stream health seems to be the same as it always is, so I'm not sure. Okay.
Okay, it's just me. All right.
So what are you hearing? Are you hearing a slight echo?
Well, no, it was just like you sort of went in and out for a minute. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Okay. Well, we are on the same network, so that could be.
Well, I'm just losing my mind. It's all right.
How you gonna lose what you didn't have?
You know what? That's why. I said what I said about Kendall Jenner.
Nah, you said what you said about Kendall Jenner because you losing your mind. What are you talking about, Flexion?
I think it's Flexision.
Okay, Flexion.
Man, that's a huge spider. That's a little.
Kill it.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it. Curse their family. Curse them
Curse
to the rest of the
the
generations.
next generation. Oh.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, we're just referencing an anime. Me and my sister watch a lot of anime. And we like the ones that, are lighthearted, make you laugh, comedies, type of a thing.
We don't believe Netflix anymore when they say they're comedies.
Oh man, we watched one that was literally wrist splitting fun.
Slitting.
What I said?
You said splitting.
Okay, probably thinking of side splitting. Um, but yeah, wrist slitting fun. And the guy in there actually did slice his wrist. We were pretty much done with that series. I don't even remember the name
the
of
last
it.
episode that happened in. Oh, I remember the name of it.
Yeah, what was it?
Okay, I don't remember it like that, but I do remember it.
We'll know it when we see it. Because
Yes.
it seemed very interesting. Something about a ninja clan.
No, it wasn't.
What was he?
He was just an ordinary boy.
I seem to
Top
remember.
Milo says, "What's up at Lord Shadow? I don't think I've ever been on your live before. Is this your first one? P.S. I used to be your ally. My name was Agamemnon."
Oh,
No,
yes, I
Agan.
do remember you. And yeah, this is probably the first time you've been in my stream. No, it is not my first stream, but I haven't even done 10 streams yet. But yes, I do remember you for sure. You also have a YouTube channel. Are you still doing that? I think I'm still subbed to you. Alright. I had to pay attention because fighting Killmonger, you'll easily get wrecked.
He says he's at 1260 subs now. He got a shout out at New York Comic Con. He was in the top 3 at one day.
Oh, that was you? Oh, snap. Yes. I saw you. I didn't know that that was you. I heard you saying Top Milo, but of course I didn't know your in-game name. Yeah, I saw you. You were talking all that crap about taking Seaton's girl. You're gonna beat him and take his girl. I remember. Yes, Sniper Boss, he is. As are you. I think both of you are probably around the same age. So what do you know? I did actually see you. I did not know that was you.
Top Muller says he only got Thanes to 27%.
Ah, 14. Yes, that's right. I think I guessed your age when I first saw one of your videos, but that was a while ago. I
When
think
I
I
was
guessed 12 or
14, I
13.
was an adult.
I think I didn't even see you on your stream because you just had the audio. But I think I said that you sounded like you were uh, like 12 or 13.
Oh, Kendall, you know famous people.
Yeah. I'll have to show you that video so you can see him.
I will.
He was talking mad mess about Seaton. Talking about taking his girlfriend and everything.
One year I'm gonna go to New York Comic Con, maybe.
I will never. But if they happen to have one and they go to one somewhere, I might try to get a press pass. We actually might be able to do that. Since I do YouTube for Marvel Contest of Champions
Mm.
and have a decent number of followers, I might actually be able to get a press pass.
Yeah, you want to try and do that for Dragon Con this coming year?
Yeah, maybe. Don't know if they would care because I'm talking about Marvel Contest of Champions and I kind of do
They
very
have a
specific.
huge gaming section.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know the details, but I think the people who were giving the press pass were Marvel Contest of Champions. I'd
Well,
have to
yeah, but
ask.
Dragon Con does press passes as long as you give shouts outs to them and stuff during your thing. And you like do a review. Like if you go there and play some of their games and just like on your channel stream the games you played there or something like that, they'll let you in for free.
Could do that.
They even have a traveling arcade where they bring the actual arcade games for oldies like you. I mean, the actual arcade games.
That's what I'm talking about. All I'll be looking
Hi,
for,
Dean.
I'll just be looking for Miss Pac-Man. That's it.
It's there.
All right, Dean. Take care.
They had Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man. They had all these old ones I didn't even hear about. They had like what was it? They had a whole bunch of them.
Galaga.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm talking about.
And they put it all on free play so that you don't need coins for it. So it's just a matter of standing there and playing it.
Yeah, I might not play Miss Pac-Man because I'd be there for a very long time.
You aren't the only one.
I know. I never turned it over though because of that foolish girl who distracted me. But my high score was I think I got a little over 900,000.
Top Milo can't stream for like a week. His dad's old one is like 5 years old and it just completely broke. So on October 30th, his dad's gonna get a new one and give him his old one.
Must be
And he's
nice.
using iMovie to record his voice.
Ask your dad, can he buy me one? I'll give you the specifications and everything. My computer is far older than 5 years. Well, not far older, but it's older than 5 years. I put it together, built it myself. Okay, let me pay attention. Again, fighting Killmonger. Seems like I fought Killmonger in this arena a lot.
I think they're trying to get you.
And see, I can't. I have to pay attention when I'm fighting him because.
Top Milo said he would keep using it, but it just stopped turning on.
Yeah. That could be a couple of reasons. You might be able to, I mean, it might be the power supply. You might be able to just replace the power supply, especially if you let it get all dusty and you've never cleaned it. You could have just burnt out the motor.
I once saved Lord Shadow a lot of money by giving him some compressed air.
Yeah, that does help.
He's heading to the Genius Bar at Apple in a few.
Okay. Genius Bar at Apple.
They'll take care of you.
Sniper Boss says, no way, I played Miss Pac-Man at the dentist. It was so fun. It is. And here's what's funny. I used to play Miss Pac-Man a lot, right? And my mom, of course, you know, she didn't go to arcades or anything. But I bought Miss Pac-Man for, I think, my Atari long ago. I think it was my Atari 2600, something like that. And my mom wanted to play it. And I told her, be careful, she's going to get Pac-Man fever. She was like, what's Pac-Man fever? Well, she got Pac-Man fever. And even to this day, if she sees Pac-Man, she's going to want to try to play it. But she played that thing so much. Very addicting.
All right, see you, Milo.
All right, Milo. We're not going to go for too much longer. I'm almost done with my 5 stars here, and then I'll go through my top 4 stars and then end the stream there. Maybe I'll spin a crystal or two at the end just to kind of like Brian Grant and just concentrate on chatting for a little bit more.
I highly recommend anyone go to Dragon Con. If you don't know, their gaming track is really good. You just don't hear about it a lot, but they do a lot of gaming.
John Kipler. Thanks for the subscription, man. Not sure if you're watching or whether you will watch. I'm still not used to those things popping up.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
And
a little zombie running.
And they have some different ones too. But I think that's the one that comes out the box. Am I blue?
Oh.
I'll tell you about that.
What I tell you about that?
I know what to do for you.
Song doesn't involve your vocal cords.
In fact, It does.
Hmm.
Right when you're trying to sleep.
Please. When I'm trying to sleep, you already been sleeping for hours.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
Either that or you're playing.
I'll just come on by. Wait till I hear you snoring.
Whatever. I don't snore. I make a ladylike noise.
Mm-hmm. Ain't nothing ladylike about that noise.
Whatever.
Oh, wait. I wasn't talking about snoring.
You know, you want to start something, we could start something.
No, no, I don't need you heating up the room no more.
Hey, at least it's not as bad as that Walmart time when we went into Walmart to try to find those cables. I don't know what that
Oh,
was.
wow.
And whoever did that should be ashamed of themselves and also in the hospital.
I was about to say they needed medical help. That was not good. Guys, we went to Walmart and we went war match. We went to Walmart one time and we went by this one spot and the stench was so bad and we both started accusing each other. We were like, "Really? Really?"
As siblings are wont to do.
And I'm just like, "Nah, I know it wasn't me." And she
And
was
I
like,
was like, I know that was not me. I'd be dead if that was me.
and it actually was in this one spot. Apparently he
It was
spent,
haunting that
yeah,
area.
whoever it was spent a lot of time in that one spot, left their signature. I mean, whew. It was so bad we remember it to this day. I remember, how long ago was that even?
It was years, but I think you know what it is? That was that was a gaseous haunting. That spot was being haunted by a crop duster. I don't know.
Oh, he didn't crop dust. He set up a nest. That was, ooh. Okay,
See,
Gwenpool.
it's your fault I'm not ladylike. You're supposed to teach your little sister not to discuss things like that. And certainly
Right.
not to find them funny.
We've already discussed your sense of humor.
Well, slasher films are a different thing altogether.
Mm-hmm. Your sense of humor is warped.
Oh, come on. Sweet Tooth was hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Now, when mine was as warped as yours, I was, much younger. But I got better.
Maybe I'll get there.
Nope. You're a lost cause. You
You're
like
right.
the blood and guts too much. Okay, guys, watch this. I'm fighting this unstoppable Colossus, right? Watch that. Why he at 1% health again? Telling you. I see it way too often. Now, in that case, I put a damage over time on him, so, it didn't really matter. But had I not, he would still be alive. Again, at 1%. And I know from experience that their health is so low that even if you hit them while they're blocking, you still take them out. But I definitely hope that Kabam fixes that.
They're not gonna fix it.
No, I don't know. It might take them a long time. Who knows? It seems like it would be a very low priority for them, though.
And if they do fix it, there'll be something worse.
Oh, they are known. You remember, you've heard me gripe about some of their stuff. I can't even tell you what the root problem is.
What do you think should be their highest priority of getting fixed right now?
Hmm, I do not know. I really
What's your
don't.
long list?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. because they're things that are very difficult to pin down, you know. And my priority list would, of course, be a list of things that affects me, like dropped inputs when I swipe back, and I get hit with a heavy anyway, and he doesn't even move. I would like to see that fixed, but see, that doesn't happen a lot. It's just very, very annoying when it does. That 1% thing, I would want that fixed. Let me think about what else. There's a whole bunch of things that I would love to see them improve too. Like the help system that we were talking about earlier, that recharge. I'd like to see that system gone completely. It's annoying. Trying to think. One of the reasons that I'm not having to hit tons of help, I usually hit it, you know, as I go. But if you start right when your champions came off cooldown, the help button's not going to pop up until it normally will, which is like 7 hours from the last time you ran them. But it is very annoying. Yeah, see, they're there now because I took long enough. So I just hit them as I go. Some people don't. Some people ignore them, and for me, ignoring them is actually more annoying than anything. Let's see. All right. Well, guys, we are coming down to the end. I'm hoping everybody is just quiet and the chat is not actually broken. Or that I'm not lagged.
It just seems real quiet right now. Everyone's just watching.
Yep, it's all good.
Oh, here comes your favorite.
Who's that?
Andrew Duke says he's just grinding arena as well at the same time.
Ah, okay. That's pretty much what I do.
Said, no, that's not your favorite, but you like him.
It's definitely what I do as well.
Because he got a big head.
Oh, Moda?
Yeah.
He is fun to play. He is definitely fun to play. Okay, I think we're getting to the champions that just came off cooldown. We shall see. Just grinding arena. Yellow Jacket used to be really, really good. I remember
and then what happened?
People were talking about hoping they got Yellow Jacket. That Sting. He's still good. He's just I don't know. The meta has changed. He's just outshined by a lot of the newer champions that have come out. because he's still pretty decent. His power sting can get around a lot of stuff, but for almost any situation, there are champions that are better.
Would you ever sell him?
No, never sell champions. That's like my number one advice to new players. Never sell your champions, no matter how little you use them, because you get shards for duplicating them.
Milo's back.
Welcome back. We are nearing the end. I think I have one more team of 5 stars here. And I'll probably not be able to go through my 5 stars one more time before I go to sleep. So that means that as soon as I wake up, whatever time that is, I'll run through them one more time. But that's how my scheduling gets thrown off.
Milo wants to know how many 5 stars do you have?
Ooh, I don't remember. I made a video though showcasing my roster, and I think I've gotten 6 maybe 5 stars since then, including the Vision offer. That's why I was trying to remember. But actually, we can check when I get done with this this round here.
Would you say more than 20?
Oh yeah.
More than 30?
Yeah.
40?
Don't know. It's probably closer to 60.
You got Vision, says Milo? Nice.
Oh yeah. Bought that twice. And spent no money. Check my channel. I have a video where I got him. I actually had to open up some uncollected arena chips, uncollected arena crystals, and I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to get enough units to get the second offer.
Milo wants to know what's your prestige. He's sitting at 7.1k right now.
Don't know, since I've been putting stones into folks, but last time I checked it was 7,600, somewhere around there. It could be higher, but I'm holding those stones for Void, because I could pump all those stones into Corvus. He'd be my new profile champion, and my prestige would go up, and I'd be probably just under 8, but we'll see. Still waiting for Void.
Milo said he was actually going to watch that last night, but then Cave went live.
Ah, okay. Yeah, Cade is smooth. Alright, let's see how many I have. You guys can count with me.
Say Sesame Street.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright.
Milo has a quick question when you're done counting.
It looks like 63. You guys can verify that for me. But it looks like I have 63 5 stars.
Milo says, should he rank 5 Stark Spider? or rank 4 Ghost, then wait for T2A, then rank 5.
Oh man, both of those are rank 5 worthy. I'm not sure what to tell you. It's going to be preference. They are both Labyrinth of Legend options, and Ghost does not need to be awakened. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. If I had both of them, I'd be thinking of taking both of them up to rank 5. But you have to know how to play Ghost. Both of them take a little practice, but Ghost is awesome. If you don't already know it, watch Panda Man Pete. He is the best Ghost player that I know, that I've seen so far. So it does take a little skill to play with both of those champions, actually. But when you do get it, that damage Ghost can produce is nuts. It is insane.
Bobby Stapleton says you're doing good today.
Ah, thank you. Andrew Duke said I'd do Ghost. Yeah, I like, see, I don't have Ghost, so I can't really say whether I would really like playing her, but I love my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. Hands down. That's who I used all throughout Labyrinth. But what I've seen from Ghost makes me want her as well. But as for who I would rank 5, I don't know. Starkey can definitely get you through a lot of content. He is definitely my favorite. Whether Ghost would be my favorite if I took her up, you know, if I got her and then took her up, I don't know.
And Milo says he got Ghost from one FGMC and Spark from one GMC. But it's fair for Spark because he went for 3 featured Stark Spider Crystals and got 3 She-Hulks.
Oh.
Ouch. And Kablam knows you love him, which is why he keeps giving it to you.
I know. That is, ugh. I know people were upset with me because I was not so thrilled at pulling Spider-Man Stark Enhanced all those times. I think I've duped him about 5 different times. But honestly, I would rather have had 5 different new champions than duplicating that Spider-Man Stark Enhanced that many times. 1 dupe was enough.
Grace Morris says hello.
Hey, what's up, man? My Spider-Man Stark Enhanced is now max signature, so I don't know. Really don't want to see him no more.
For shame.
I want to see new champions. I'm trying to build my roster even more.
Milo said that's like complaining about crashing your Ferrari into your mansion.
See, that's how people see it. Because they don't have it and they want him. And I get that. I'll watch some other YouTubers and they'll constantly pull a champion that they have that I want. Like, for example, Blade. I went for Blade when he was in the last featured crystal of that type. And I went for him, I think I went for him 6 times. Didn't get him. But I did get Ghost Rider, and I got my Spider-Man Stark Enhanced out of that. So, can't be too upset. But I still wanted Blade. I would trade 1 or 2 of the duplicates that I got for Stark Spidey for one blade.
What do you think about selling duplicates?
Don't sell champions.
Okay.
That's always going to be my answer. Now, there are some people that know what they're doing that sell champions. If you know what you're doing, go right ahead. Most of the time, the people who are selling champions are at a very high tier, and they sell a champion usually that is in the arena or going to be in the arena, and they know that they're going to get that champion right back. And they haven't put any signature stones into the champion, and they haven't, maybe ranked him up a little bit, but not much. Then they'll sell it for shards to get an extra attempt at a featured crystal or something like that. So they know what they're doing. I still wouldn't advise selling champions, but if they're willing to gamble, and for some of them, it paid off. They did that, and they actually got the champion that they wanted.
But you don't gamble.
Yeah, I'm not a big gambler. My sister will tell you that. Not a big gambler.
Milo says Blade is out of the meta. He has a rank 4 5-star Blade, but he is so boring and now he's not super useful.
Well, I mean, he's still useful, but I understand what you're saying. And this is something that I've avoided getting into it with other people. Nerf. How do you define a nerf? Now, I use the original definition of nerf. You guys can look it up. It's on the wiki. It has a definition. But the thing is, slang especially changes over time. So what people consider a nerf now, they will tell you, for example, Blade wasn't nerfed. But what they mean is they did not directly change anything about Blade that made him less effective. But that is not the original definition of a nerf. A nerf was any change in the game that resulted in making another element in the game less useful or less effective. So, for example, with Blade, whatever he relies on, say, the biggest thing about Blade that we liked was his danger sense. So they started coming out with champions that were not villains and were not dimensional beings, or they weren't tagged as such. That means, and then they, will make them maybe bleed immune. That, because it continued and started to become a regular thing, was a nerf to Blade. And I mentioned that a long time ago. And look at the result now. The result is now you're saying, and rightfully so, that he has moved out of the meta. That is what they do. That is what I saw happening back then. You don't have to directly change a champion in order to nerf them. It's called indirect nerf. There was a game that I played, Dark Age of Camelot. I don't know if you guys remember that game. It's a MMO, long time ago. And I played a champion, I played a character called a ranger. And it was in the realm of Hibernia. And it was really the only character that we had that was that made us competitive. This was a realm versus realm MMO. Okay, so you had 3 different realms, and you went against the other realms. Well, a lot of the other realms had multiple characters that were good and viable in player versus player mode. But for Hibernia, they only had the ranger. And I played the ranger. The ranger was a better assassin than the assassins. Well, we weren't able to take out too many people, but one of the guys that we were able to take out were the mages. Mages, they wore cloth, and we had a skill. We could stealth and fire off this aimed shot from stealth, which brought us out of stealth, and then you couldn't go back into stealth, because it put you in combat mode. So you had that one aim shot. Once you fired that off, you were down to your regular shots. But for mages, it allowed us to usually take them out. Well, they complained, I guess, to high heaven, and eventually the company decided to nerf Rangers. So with every patch for the next series of patches, there was a change to the Rangers that made them less effective, less able to kill these mages. And one of the later ones, we were looking for a nerf, and people were like, oh wait, was there no nerf? It had become a running joke. And we were like, well, maybe there's no nerf this time. Well, what they did was they gave mages I think it was a blade turn or something like that, shield. It was good for one shot only. So what did that do to the Rangers? It basically nerfed us. We could no longer kill mages, period. At all. Because that one shield would eat up our most powerful shot. We would now be out of stealth, and we couldn't kill them. The mages would then just rip us apart. So you can definitely nerf a champion indirectly.
Milo said he defines it as a direct debut of a champion, not adding new counters to that champ. Oh, debuff of a champion. And Jonathan says, what's up, Shadow?
Hey, Jonathan, what's up? And yeah, Top Milo, keep in mind that you are of the newer generation that defines nerfs that way. But when the term was originally used, which I believe was in what was it? Not Ultima Underworld, not Ultima Online. EverQuest, I believe it was.
Yeah, it would be Evercrack.
Yeah, I think it was EverQuest where it was first used. And see, when I was playing MMOs, that's how we were using it. But yes, I agree with you. It's good to change stuff. However, I have never been a fan of nerfs, but I see where they are necessary sometimes. But you still want to minimize them. Like, okay, because this game is set up the way it is, you release a character. Like, say, oh, I don't know, Scarlet Witch. She needs to be awakened. You then put out an offer for money where people can buy a gem to awaken her. And so they make this offer, people buy it up, and then they change the champion. So it's no longer the champion that you were buying this gem for. And you may not have bought the gem for that champion. Now that's a direct nerf, not an indirect nerf, because they actually directly changed Scarlet Witch and how she functioned. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, I'm good. Oh, looked up again. Okay, I gotta stop trying to read that. Hold on.
Yeah. Jonathan Alvarado says, well, they can't directly nerf Blade like they did to Witch Thor, etc., because so many people spend so much money getting Blade because he's so good that the community will go crazy.
Yeah, exactly, Jonathan, and that's why they were slick. So what they did was they still nerfed Blade, just not directly, and they did it in a sly way to avoid the outrage from the community. So people will, they'll argue for Kabam. They'll tell you Blade wasn't nerfed. He's still the same champion he always was. He can still do the same stuff that he always could. And I usually just let it go because it's not worth the debate, because we're not arguing over whether that's true. We are arguing over a definition of the term nerf. That's pretty much what it is. If we don't agree on the definition of nerf, then we can't really have that conversation, because it just becomes a semantic battle at that point. And I've never been overly fond of semantic battles, but I do like to define the term, so I'll let people know this is how I'm using the term. So, when I say something, you'll at least know what I'm talking about. You may disagree with the definition I'm using.
Top Milo said, if you think like that, then the game's gonna get stale because Kabam is afraid of adding new champs because the players will just say that is to debuff Blade. But you definitely can indirectly do it. But people can't freak out because then the meta gets stale.
Oh, yeah. I answered that one. I was
okay.
I was replying to that one.
And Jonathan Alvarado says they put out these pseudo nerfs like not making villains and Bird immune to champs.
Exactly. Yeah, bleed immune. Yeah.
And Rixo B says, "What's up, bro?"
Hey, what's going on, Rixo? I know who you are. And see, that's what everybody should do. They should have a name that's easily recognizable to their line name. That way, I don't have to try to remember 2 different names. You hear that, Marine? Wherever you are.
You know what? Leave Marine alone.
My poor head, trying to remember all kinds of names.
It's not his fault your head bad.
Hey. That's why I tell people I'm doing really good if I remember somebody's name. But I'm more likely to remember other things like conversations we've had and things like that. Top Milo says Bird immune, indirect debuff to Vulture. But yeah, the term nerf has a negative connotation, which is why people want to use a different term for it. So like I said, I get it. Just like what you were saying, you said if I think like that, then the game will get stale. But see, nerfs to me are not the same thing as moving the game along. But when you have a champion like Scarlet Witch, the way she was before 12.0 patch, she had to be nerfed. She was so far out of the out of line with the other champions. It was to the point where for any single problem, and you remember me saying that champions are tools to solve problems. Well, for any single problem, Scarlet Witch was the answer. You cannot say that about any other champion. But for Scarlet Witch, you could. You didn't need to bring anyone else but Scarlet Witch. She was so overpowered, it was ridiculous. Even people that loved her had to admit that. So she needed that just to, for the game's health, because they were already having problems introducing new content that would still be challenging for people that had a Scarlet Witch, because it was actually very bad for the game. It was making it very boring, even for those people that were using it, using her.
Jonathan Alvarado agrees with you. They did nerf Brave. They did it sneaky. But Scarlet Witch was so good, he 100% Act 4 with 3-star.
Exactly. That should let you know just how out of line she was. Even the 3-star was enough. It was ridiculous. But they will not do that again. They learned their lesson, and so what they've done is they've built in certain I don't know, maybe call it backdoor nerfs. They always make sure there's an Achilles heel that they can exploit. So, for example, as soon as we saw that Blade needed the villain tag as well as a synergy, that already let us know what was likely to come down. And when we started seeing champions that were clearly villains, but they didn't have the villain tag, most of us were saying, aha, aha. We saw exactly what they were about to do. And I remember having that discussion with some people, and I said, you know, just releasing 1 or 2 champions that don't have the villain tag, no, that's not what I would consider a nerf. But when it becomes a pattern and more like a policy, now it becomes a nerf. An indirect one. Sneaky, as Jonathan said.
And your trivia for today. Where was that quote from? What movie?
Yeah. Anybody know where I was referencing? Aha! Aha!
Bonus points if you can actually tell. The entire line.
What's
Sniper
that?
Boss is back.
Welcome back, Sniper. I see Jonathan said something, but I can't read it right just yet.
He said, well, it's different today with nerfs because there's feature GMC now there wasn't back then. That's why they can directly nerf characters they can't now.
Good point.
Milo says, I think you're sub to my old channel, just so you know.
So, you have a new channel. So yeah, I'm sub to the channel that you gave me when we first met. So that's why I was asking whether you were even still doing it, and I didn't even think to make the connection between you and Top Milo, because I didn't know that you had a new channel. All right, I could play a few more of these, but I'm on a good schedule to hit all the milestones. So what we're gonna do, actually let me collect my yep, we got 131. Collect my Alliance Quest rewards. Yummy. Ooh, good stuff.
Top Milo says Zold 1 was MCO Alphas and it sucked.
Yeah, I think that is the one that I'm still subscribed to. Send me your new one in line chat. All right, guys, we're winding down. I've already gone through the arena. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna
Is Omni too good?
spin a couple of crystals here. So far, yeah, I like it. I'll just spin a few crystals. Okay. I'm not gonna spend no more of those. Ooh, nice. Yeah, we're a little delayed. You guys will see what I got. Yeah, see there? Got a fully formed mutant catalyst. That's nice. Not sure how many of those I have. And we'll open up these map 6 crystals here. And I'll just pop these open. Catalyst formed. And I love them T4 basics. I need them. So now I think I need a few more alphas and I'll be able to take another one of my 5 stars to rank 2. I'm trying to get all of my 5 stars to at least rank 2. That'll make my arena grind just that much easier. I won't have to keep on mixing and matching. Much nicer. Alright guys, that's it for the stream right now. An hour and a half, much shorter than we did the previous ones. See, Sniper Boss said, saw your vid earlier, Lord Shadow, on the labs. Worth it. You made more 5-star shards there than I have made ever, but I have only been playing for a few months. Yeah, it takes some time. A lot of people don't think that they're worth it, and honestly, they're not worth it if you don't think they're worth it. If you're having to spend resources to get through the lab, then you just have to evaluate whether you think the rewards are worth the amount of resources and the stress that you will go through to do it. Because I'm going to do it off stream because it's very annoying and I have to pay attention when I'm fighting. Because I do the hardest difficulty and it is difficult sometimes. Sometimes it's real easy, but most of the time those nodes will make even the simplest fights harder. But alright, that's going to do it, guys. Take care, Jonathan. Take care, Sniper, Top Milo, everybody else. You guys have a blessed day.
Bye-bye.